इसी कलर के लाए ये भी नहीं it was like this अच्छा
Bharat TV is at Home Center, second day, first session. Previous one has been recorded. You need to explain about your. These are all the sponsors for this grand opening event at Home Center, Boston. It's a VSPA initiative. This is Navgra.
Yes, one should reply, just took it.
Can I bring all system downstairs now? Didi mana dia mana? Kela bayi apa? Ari, she's coming. सिस्टम मेरा ऊपर ही है. भारत टीवी पे आ रहा है, इस पर ये यूट्यूब पे है, मैंने डाला है.
Hello.
Hello, namaste. Varagaji, please come. Shiji, come here. एक बड़ा कलश ले आइए ना. Dear devotee, we are getting the prasadam from the Lakshmi temple, Sri Lakshmi temple. Baba Muthu. Muthu. Lakshmi temple prasadam. We are getting the Lakshmi temple prasadam. Please, Abhayji, Jayaji, please receive this prasadam.
Om Sattamavatidauna Punando Yatrathira Manasa Samakrata Atra Sakha Ajasakhyani Janade Bhadresha Lakshmi Nihita Dhivati Lakshmi Shanivasa Swamina Shivakamastarika Veda Sitsavesa Swaminasta
Atrabhye Vagya Lakshmi
Kamale
Kamale Sarada Lakshmi Dordande Veera Lakshmi Hridaya Purnakarunya Lakshmi Sarvange Saumya Lakshmi Saradamunagadanupaye Kirti Lakshmi Jihvagre Satya Lakshmi Sarvasamrajya Lakshmi Sri Varchasyamayisyamarogyamadha Swabhavanam Mahiyate Dhanyam Dhanam Pasam Bhagavotra Labham Sadasam Vatsaram Dirghamayo Mahaganapati Mahalakshmi Srinivasa Sitsavesa Sivaga Mimbika Vesa Swarnaha Pandita Susubramanya Swarnaha Purna Pushkalam Basame Harirutra Swaminaha Samasta Devada
Samasta Devada Prasada Palasiddhi Rastu.
On behalf of temple, they are contributing some money for us.
So on behalf of the whole center, so we thank Lakshmi Temple so much. And as you always said, she's the mother of all the mothers in Massachusetts. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Dwaragaji, please come here. अभय जी का हाथ में दे देंगे ना एक जया जी का हाथ में दो ओम नभो नभो भवत जायमानो नागदता वेदिग्रे भागं देवेभ्योर्दता ध्यायन्त चन्द्रमास्तरति दीर्घमायुः ओम कमिट सन्निधि नामांकितस्य समस्त देवताः प्रसादात् सर्वाभीष्ट फल सिद्धिरस्तु सर्वाभीष्ट फल सिद्धिरस्तु सिंचित मनोरथावाप्तिरस्तु शतं जीव Sukhi Bhava. What he got the colors? We didn't choose. We got the colors, Ganeska colors. This is the first person receiving the colors, Maha colors to sponsor. Look, this is the way God is indicating. God is with us. God is blessing us. God is accepted our prayer. We didn't choose this one. Just to be picked from there. This is Ganesha colors, right? I didn't read wrong, right? Ganesha. Look, thank you, Dwaragaji. Dwaragaji is very good friend. Namaste ji. Thank you. We are going to have the puja. After the puja, we are going to the Arati. So almost we done. All the ladies are doing the Deepa Ujjwalanam. Deepa Sthapanam going to happen. Swamiji, please give some.
टाइम हो गया मैं ये बंद करता हूँ लाइव अभी We can ask Tejal Ben what time she is coming.
So morning he said bring it. I'll bring it home.
પેલો એક ભાઈ ફરજ અહીંયા આગળ વહીવટદાર છે બધાનો એ કે કરાય બધાને કે નથી આવતા મને 2 વાર અહીં કહી ગયો એટલે ગઈકાલે ઉપર જેને ઓડિયો સેટઅપ કર્યો હતો ને એ ભાઈ છે
How do you take the devata and bring the devata into murti is incredible magic. We don't realize, we do this on a regular basis, so we take it for granted. But the process is very specific, it's very detailed, as you have seen in the last few days. To bring that energy of a devata and have that devata embody the murti is incredibly powerful and magical. Science, as a scientist, I speak, and I know many of you are scientists here, we still don't know how to do that. We do not know how to manifest an energy into a murti. We as Hindus do not worship idols. It should be very clear. What we are doing is we are transcending the murti to worship the devata. We're not idol worshippers. But because we understand the science of embodying this murti with this particular energy, we use that energy for our benefit, to get blessings, to get guidance, to help relieve some of our suffering, to get our children blessed, to get our family blessed. And that's why we have this whole process. Unlike the Abrahamic traditions where you go to the church or you go to a mosque, you have somebody telling you what to do, in our tradition, we are self-driven. We as individuals can go to the temple and we can then tell the priest what we want. Not to tell you what to do. What we can do is guide you. Then for this particular problem, you can do this. For this situation, you can do this. So all of these devatas, the way I like to describe it, is that they are portfolio holders. So for instance, if you have a problem with accountancy, you go see an accountant, don't see a medical doctor. If you have a physical problem, you see a medical doctor. If you have a legal problem, you see a lawyer. You don't say, I have a legal problem, so I'm going to see a medical doctor. What we have is all of these powerful entities. They embody a murti so that we can relate to them. They don't need a murti. We need a murti so that we can communicate with them. And by communicating with them, we can fulfill our needs. Our needs can be anything from healing, from solving our problems, removing obstacles. Ganeshji, I usually have a conversation with him. When I'm having a problem, I actually talk to Ganeshji just the way I would talk to my lawyer or to talk to my doctor. And I would recommend for you to do that. It's not only you just say a prayer, you can say a mantra. Before you approach Ganeshji, say a mantra. Om Gan Ganapataye Namaha. You say that. And then express your problem. And say, please help me avoid this problem. And actually, don't really say this doesn't work. If you say, please remove the problem, if you say that, it doesn't work. I've done that, it doesn't work. But if you say to Ganeshji, let me learn the lesson I need to know in order to solve my problem, immediately the solution will come to you. If you go to Ganeshji and say, just take my problem away, that's escapism. The reason why we have problems in life is so that we can solve problems. And by understanding how to solve the problem is where we grow. These problems come into our lives because we need to know, we need to learn something. Okay? So I can guarantee you this, I've done it most of my life when I realized this. That whenever I have a problem, I talk to Ganeshji respectfully. You have to approach Ganeshji with respect, with reverence. If you don't approach Ganeshji with reverence, it won't work. Okay? So you approach Ganeshji with reverence, and his portfolio is to help you remove obstacles. And it works. We just don't say that, okay, he's a remover of obstacle, and we leave it at that. So what I've done many times is, when I'm facing a problem, I'll approach Ganeshji and I say, Ganeshji, I have this situation, can you teach me what I need to know to solve this problem? I can guarantee you within 30 seconds or 1 minute, I get the solution. Yeah. And the problem disappears. Sometimes being aware of the problem is what makes the problem disappear. So all in all, I'm just giving you a very tiny example of looking at the technology and the science behind it that was received from the Vedas. Because this is just not random. There's tremendous, what we call magic. Okay, to put it in a simple word, because I could say many other words. Magic to take that energy of the Devata and say, come and reside here. And once you put the Devata into that murti, there's a lot more work. It's not like, you bear a child. Once you have a child, you don't say, okay, now you survive on your own. You have to take care of the child until, of course, they get married. This is our culture. Our Devatas hopefully are already married, some of them are not, but that's okay. We don't have to worry about that. But there's tremendous responsibility that comes in having this entities embody this murti, because we do have to take care of them 3 times a day. It's a massive responsibility. It's like feeding your children. If you don't feed your children, they won't be healthy. The same thing here. We do have to feed them. We do have to pray. Now, one of the problems that's happening in America, in American temples, which is highly not recommended, is that the priest will do one arti for all of them. It's like taking one plate of dish of food and feeding all your kids. You say, okay, here there's only one plate. We don't do that to our children. The same thing with the Devatas. We have to do the prayers for each one of them so that they're all appeased. Not doing so can also have a negative ramification to the ones who are managing this place. So that's very important to understand, that we do need to take care of these Devatas. They are embodied. This is the whole process of Prana Pratishtha, that now they are here. And once they are here, we have a major responsibility of making sure that they're fed on time, they're taken care of time. We do the proper archanams, we do the proper prayers, the rituals, and so on. Otherwise, the impact is not very beneficial for us. In fact, it can have a negative impact. Okay, and I've seen this in some temples, that some of these things are not done well. The negative impact is on the families and the people who sponsor this. So bear that in mind. The other thing I'd like to say is that this is an incredible center, one of the probably most beautiful centers I've been to. And I'm very impressed that all of this is set up. There's a lot of work that went into it. And congratulations to all of you that played an important role to make this happen. In order for this to continue and for this to survive, it is really important to employ someone on a full-time basis. Now, I keep saying this as my mantra because I see we don't do it. So just the way you have invested quite a sum of money to build this temple, to do this processes, this is not cheap. This building is not cheap. Just the way you have invested in building this center, you need to invest in employing someone full-time. This place is not going to thrive if we don't have a person who's a manager on a full-time basis. And my recommendation is always hire someone from the younger generation. Don't try to do this as an immigrant. Okay, get someone young who has an MBA degree, get them to manage this place, and they'll do a fantastic job. And one other benefit they're going to have is they'll bring in all the younger generation. In all the programs I go to around the country, I'm really disappointed to see that it's only just us immigrants. We don't have younger generation coming in. And I keep asking, why don't your kids come here? Why don't your younger next generation come here? When we build these temples, what are we building them for? Not our generation. We're going to be gone in another 10 years, 20 years, maybe some of you 50 years, but then it's the next generation. We are building so many temples in the US, it's actually shocking. In this area, I believe there's 40 temples already, or 45 or 50, something like that. Who's going to go to those temples if our next generation can't go? So we are the only ones building this, investing in this, making time for this. But it's really critically important to engage the next generation. And the way to do that is to employ one person or two people to run this place. You have a general manager who will take care of the place. They will know how to outreach. And you also need somebody who is savvy with social media. That's the second person. So the outreach program must be very important to connect with the community. We all as a community need to feel that we belong to a community, which is lacking tremendously. And the younger generation actually have mental issues. We're talking about that, we're trying to resolve that. So one of those issues about dealing with mental health issues, especially with the next generation, is to have them come here. Bring them here, let them have social programs here. Bring them here, let them talk about it. Okay. So one thing that we do as adults is that we tell our kids what to do and what not to do. It doesn't work. What we can do with this facility here is provide this facility as a platform for the next generation to come and participate. When they are more involved and they have been given the permission to do what they can, you'll be surprised. This center will take off. I've been to many centers in the US, they're empty. They get busy like this on certain days, maybe on Diwali or Holi or some religious function, they'll show up because they have to, not because they want to. We need to change that. We need to make them want to come here. And that starts with getting younger generation involved. Without that, it will be just another empty hall. It will be just another empty building. And that's not what this is for. You know, there was a great investment made to make this happen. We like to build buildings. We like to invest in temples. I mean, if I go around and say, please give me money for a temple, it's very easy. People will give money for a temple. People won't give money for management. Because we just regard that, not only that, we think it's a volunteer position. These things cannot run on a volunteer basis. We're totally missing this point because the Abrahamic traditions, they actually invest quite a substantial amount of money to hire the next generation who grew up here, who speak the language, and they know how to connect with the community. We need to do that. We are way behind in that. So I'll end with that sort of scolding. I didn't mean to scold, but I really want to see this place thrive. I want, and I am blessing for this place to thrive very well. But in order for this place to thrive and do well and bring our community together, bring the next generation together, we need to find ways to invest, contribute to whoever's, to Abhayaji or however this organization. Please contribute and volunteer to pay their salaries. If somebody can pay 10,000 or 5,000 a year, if you get 20 people to do that, you'll have enough money to employ people. But this whole center, which is beautifully done, a lot of time and energy went into this. There's management involved, there's responsibility involved to manage all these devatas, but also to manage the community. So I'm saying, I'm using deliberately strong words to insist that in order for this to thrive well, please find somebody with an MBA degree, a young person who grew up here to manage this place. Okay? With that, I give you all my blessings. And please consider, if you know what's going on here, consider yourself very, very fortunate to partake in this event here. It's incredibly magical. And we receive a lot of blessings from all the deities. And I also share my blessings. I hope to see you all next time when I come back.
Jai Shri Krishna.